Hello friends, I'm Sarah from Dandelion Seeds Positive Parenting, and I am back with my favorite child to talk to you about some ways to avoid children feeling overwhelmed on Christmas morning. If you celebrate Christmas like we do, sometimes it can feel like a lot for a child to come into the room, see all the presents, open all the presents, and next thing you know, there is sensory overload and you are basically preparing yourself for meltdowns and tantrums and all of the big feelings, all of the big emotional releases that, you know what, none of us really wants to deal with if we can avoid it, especially on Christmas. So a couple of ideas for you. First of which is, what if we move from feeling like we sit down and we open up all the presents at once? Hey, if that works for your family, fantastic. Have at it. Have a good time.
Like we do sit down and open all the presents, but then again, I don't tend to get overwhelmed with things much of the time.
That's true. You're right. You've had some practice with this, and you're also 8 years old, so you've had a few
True.
Christmases under your belt now, so you know what to expect. But for the littler kids, what happens if you space things out a little bit? Perhaps, for example, when you wake up Christmas morning, everybody gets to open one gift.
Or just pull something out of the stocking, like we do.
Exactly. Maybe you can do stocking, case in point. Maybe you can do stockings before breakfast. So then there's a natural gap after the first thing that your child opens. What happens if then, I'm getting a Christmas gift on my head, I believe. What happens if then, a little while later after breakfast, you open another present? And let's say you have a total of 5 presents. You can figure out if maybe that's a ton for your family, or maybe it's not very many. Every family is different. So I realize I'm speaking from a position of privilege when I'm talking about multiple presents. But if multiple presents are your situation, maybe you can open 1 or 2 presents after breakfast. Have your children choose which one or ones do you want to open then. I have to be able to breathe. And then you go and take what we call a cookie break. And I have to be able to see. You go and take a cookie break. What happens if then, after those couple of presents
And eating some cookies.
What happens if then you decide that you're going to do something else? Maybe you're going to play a family game.
Or maybe you're going to have a dance party.
Maybe you're going to have a dance party to Christmas music or something like that.
It doesn't have to be to Christmas music.
It doesn't have to be to Christmas music, but since it's Christmas, I thought I'd suggest that. But there are lots of ways to break up the day in ways where the child or children are less likely to get emotionally flooded by all the new stuff. So slow it down. It's Christmas, and just enjoy it without feeling like you have to rush through. And again, if you love rushing through, if your children love rushing through, then by all means rush through. But if there's a chance that they might be emotionally overloaded or have sensory overload from all the things, you can also cover their eyes, but I don't recommend that. Excuse me. The next best option is to simply slow things down, enjoy the day together, brainstorm ahead of time about what you want to do. Regardless of the number of presents in your home, find some ways, maybe read a Christmas story, brainstorm ahead of time. What are you going to do to slow down the action that day and simply just enjoy each other? Because the goal isn't presents.
And the goal isn't playing peekaboo with Mama's eyes.
Exactly. The goal is actually presence, as in being present with your children. So I hope this helps, and happy holidays. Have a great day. See you soon.